We now know the long-awaited answer to what the humans are up to on Earth. The answer is they're in the middle of World War II. Yeah. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Federations in our Symphony of the Stars series. This is the science ship that was supposed to be checking out Sol. And after they finished surveying Earth, they were just like, you know what, we're going to leave. I think it was the science ship. I don't know which one it was. They left, and I didn't notice for a while, but we found the closest science ship, and we've sent them back. Let's go back up to speed 2. We've got a lot going on. We have colonized Havio. What's this? Atmospheric readings from Aja 1 do not match simulated projections. Look into that for me. It's just going to take 150 days. That's fine by me. That's our new science ship, I think, but that's okay. So we have a new generator district building on Retrieval Aheen, which will help with this. But we also have colonized the Vale. We've colonized the homeworld of the First League. I did reload the save, by the way, and it's showing the sector label, but it's not showing like an actual sector border right now. I'm not sure why. So a little bit of weirdness. Tried to reload. Actually started recording, got a few minutes in, and I was like, oh, wait, need to reload. But that didn't stop.
Our construction is complete.
Oh, well.
Our construction is complete. Technology conceived.
Nice. All right, research station output has been improved by 10%. Oh, interesting. So we have applied quantum physics ahead of spacetime theory. Or we have some points in spacetime theory ahead of applied quantum physics, because this is the level 2 physics research boost. We have 2,000 points. We have a 10th of the research done on spacetime theory, which is the next level up. Cool. Tell you what, let's go ahead and go for the next sensors, though. I want gravitic sensors and the ability to build a listening post.
We have found an anomaly.
Have you? We briefly detected some unusual energy readings. Ooh, check out Scenides. Holy crap, that looks cool. I love the new nebula effects. Emanating from this planet, it might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. Take a look at it. Find out. I want to know. Now I'm curious. God, this is gorgeous. Especially with the particular backdrop of this system. The color, like the skybox in the background, compared to this nebula, it's just beautiful. That's freaking cool. That is freaking awesome. Okay, we do apparently still need to build a few more destroyers. That's fine by me. We are close to our naval cap still. Microsingularity. A microsingularity recently intersected Scenides 2, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. Fascinating. Let's have a look.
Our construction is complete.
We have a couple of science ships there now. Swirling shadows. Immense ragged planes of shadow drift across Aja 1's face. They are cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Motal Organ 34 is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. But that does give us society research potential in that system in the future, which is handy. Let's go ahead and add the Galurum system. We'll need to add Sol soon as well. So I'm going to give the order for the construction ship in Alfira to head that direction. At first glance, this planet does not seem capable of supporting living beings, but nevertheless, we've detected life signs emanating from somewhere beneath its frozen surface. Aja 3. Looks very Titan-like, so could very well have life. We'll see. Could be an event inspired by Titan to some degree. So no shortages at the moment. Things are looking better. It's so weird not to have to worry about consumer goods, but we don't. Yay. We just have to worry about energy shortages constantly, apparently.
Our construction is complete.
All right, good. All right, let's build an observation post, followed by mining stations, followed by research stations. Please and thanks. The doorway. What can only be described as a dimensional portal has been discovered in a remote location on Edition Thet. Weather prediction algorithms noticed a strange air current which was eventually determined to be caused by the slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. The rate of loss is far too small for it to make any difference to life on Edition Thet, but the very existence of this portal raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to? And could something come through the portal from the other side? Intriguing.
Situation log is updated.
So now we know what's about to happen here. So let's go ahead and probe the dimensional portal. Oh, we have this project on Relrate, pure dry landscaping. Circular ridges have been impressed upon the surface of Relrate, sweeping elegantly around its myriad craters and mountains. Is there some purpose to their design? What relation might there be to the gardening drones in this system? So this is the same system as Winkwort Artem. I didn't notice that. Is there a science ship still close? Yes, there are two, in fact. This one here should come back and take a look. You're still, yeah, you're level 6. You're more than qualified. Come research that. I didn't know that was there, but now I do. And we're going to take a look. All right, how are we doing on research? Still 34. We're close to being able to add more systems. I'm going to keep focusing to whatever degree I can on adding more energy. All right, good. We can now terraform some of our worlds. That's quite good. Ocean beneath the ice. Cool. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. First, let me go ahead and improve starbase capacity. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but also food processing could come in handy given that food's been an issue so far. So let's go ahead and do that. Ocean beneath the ice. Deep scans of Aja 3 have revealed a large ocean heated by hydrothermal vents beneath the ice mantle covering the surface. Science officer Motal Organ 34 dispatched probes from the Searcher Unit 4 that drilled through several miles of thick ice and found the water below teeming with what appears to be life. We will need more resources to conduct a thorough study of the many unique life forms inhabiting this ocean. So it's actually more like, it's not like Titan, it's like, it's a moon of Jupiter. Not Io. Europa? Is it Europa that is... The four large moons of Jupiter are Io, Ganymede, Europa, and Callisto. I think it's Europa that's theorized to have oceans like this event describes. Huh.
Our situation log is updated.
I think it's Europa. All right. So we have a science ship that can easily take a look at that. Let's go back up to speed 2. All right, so we still need to build 3 more destroyers, and we are at naval cap. So I kind of don't want to build anymore, and we'll just let these guys run around destroying space amoebas. Oh, nice. I think this might be... Okay, it's our second to last tradition. Complex drone output increased by 5%, or hive districts produce. Let's have hive districts produce additional housing. Let's just go ahead and provide that bonus. Okay, so we're finally surveying in here. Ruthari 3, Task Force activities. Reconnaissance footage taken by our observation post above Ruthari 3 has confirmed the construction of several new military bases and radar facilities on the planet's surface, all under the control of the Supranational Anti-Alien Task Force recently founded by the Garathi. We are seeing an unprecedented level of cooperation between their nation states, and our abduction flights are now being routinely intercepted by atmospheric fighters belonging to this force. Despite our technological edge, their sheer numbers have enabled them to bring down several of our abduction shuttles. This will impair our aggressive observation activities. Might be time to annihilate Ruthari 3. As I mentioned a few episodes back, the thing about this civilization is that... Yes, so I am going to bombard them. The thing about the civilization is that we are still, we're a hive mind. They're one jump away from our home planet. They are weaker than us, but they're a threat. They're a nuisance and a threat. And I think as a kind of nascent, re-emergent voices, the decision that we would really be most likely to make from a role-playing narrative perspective is that we would annihilate them for being that close. Maybe not make the same decision with the humans or with the aliens in Galurum, but I think we need to annihilate them. Optical sensors isolate a cluster of shapes, oh, this is Mars, on the barren surface of Sol 4 that could be buildings. What? What's going on Mars? They found the face on Mars. That's what happened. They found it, guys. All right, hang on. Yeah, go ahead and build that. Please and thanks. All right, those mining stations are still being built. Very good. I'll be curious to see what that turns up. We have some armies here on Zane Obtainment that help to defend. Survivor Pocket. Our forces on Zane Obtainment... Oh, wow, that was incredible timing. Are still mapping the tunnel network below our colony. They have come upon a large city belonging to the subterranean, so basically they found Zion. Subterranean aliens that managed to isolate itself from the rest of their underground empire before we flooded it with nerve gas. There are millions of frightened aliens in the city. Should our engineers collapse the cavern to finish the job? Yes. Put them out of their misery. Interesting, it didn't say anything more, and it didn't give me anything from that. Yeah, we've got to clear out the corpse-filled caverns here. Have to spend a good amount to get this done. But that's okay. We're not at a point where we need to yet, and I'm still building my economy back up. I can go ahead and sell some minerals to get some energy. Unusual tectonics. What the Searcher Unit 2 found on Sol 4 were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral outcroppings. Science Officer Motel Organ 21 asserts that these angular blocks of rock are the product of interactions between tectonic plates, their shapes, the result of the unusual tectonophysics inherent in the planet's crust. The perfect angularity of these faults implies a possibility of aliens tampering with Sol 4's crust at some point in the past. Oh, this is cool. So the Sol system has an intriguing history already. Science Officer Motel Organ 34 has returned from the expedition that studied the rich biosphere and the seas beneath the ice mantle of Aja 3. Our underwater probes have mapped the terrain and cataloged most of the life forms. Although this data may be of some use to our biologists, no particular discoveries have been made that would have any applications beyond that. Dang it. That can have some pretty cool implications if you get the right dice roll when you finish it. We did not. And here's rail rate. The vast geometric forms on rail rate are certainly not of a natural origin. The planet's stylized landscape is reminiscent of a vast and dusty sea punctuated with rocks which range in size from small boulders to landed asteroids. Remember, this is the other Gaia planet that we found not too long ago. Our researchers conclude that this landscape is likely an art piece or else is part of some ritual practice. However, the only perpetrators appear to be the gardening drones we saw earlier. Our attempts to backtrace their origin have yielded no results. Perhaps time will tell. So this adds some society research benefit to rail rate. It's a Zen world modifier, giving the following effects: happiness and upkeep from jobs. Okay, but it's a terraform candidate. Okay, so if I terraform it, then it becomes a Zen world. But I can't terraform it yet because it's not in my territory. Interesting. Am I butting up against my limits on any of these planets? I kind of am here. Let's go ahead and clear out some space for generator districts. Yeah, just do that one for now. Super expensive to clear those blockers. Holy crap. Yeah, we're starting to expand rapidly again, so I don't actually have the ability to add too many systems at present. Unless we get another event that gives us a crap ton of influence, which I wouldn't mind terribly. Just saying. We haven't gained any more minor artifacts recently, although we can by clearing those blockers for sure. All right, Zion Obtainment is ready for a new item here. I think alloy foundries might be a good idea at this point. Although we don't have synaptic nodes yet on this world, so let's do that first. That's going to help with our Unity production. Get more traditions faster. Mirror, mirror. Strangely, the dimensional portal on Edition Thet seems to connect to a planet which looks very much like Edition Thet. Stranger still, there's a signal being broadcast to us through it. Put it on screen. This is Viranth of the Voices. Who are you, portal aliens? No, I am Viranth. Who are you? Fascinating. If you are, or if what you say is true, I think this portal bridges the gap between alternate dimensions. We are both the Viranth, but at some point, an event must have caused our respective dimensions to diverge. Amazing. Tell us how your voices fare. Much the same as it fares in your dimension, I expect. We have spread out through space from Nalzaroth since the discovery of the warp drive. The warp drive, we travel by hyperlanes. Hyperlanes, perhaps discovering different types of FTL travel. What's the divergence point between our two universes? Does this mean you are not beset by the warp beasts? No warp beasts here. Are they a serious threat? Yeah, so we actually ran into this recently in Final Federation 2. The warp beasts assail every known civilization. They are a threat to all life. As far as we have determined, once warp travel reached a certain critical level in the galaxy, the warp beasts awoke and attacked. Several species we know of have already fallen, but so far we are holding them off. Sounds terrible. Can we help? Yes, we should establish an interdimensional trade treaty to strengthen both our nations for the benefit of all voices. Okay, now I don't feel as badly for using the galactic market, because technically that's our narrative excuse. I've been buying and selling to speed things up a little bit. And somebody pointed out in the comment section, correctly, from a strict role-playing perspective, hey, maybe don't do that, in this series, given that there are no other species. But, now I can do that without feeling badly about it. All right, so we've surveyed Sol finally, and there's a good amount of energy and engineering research potential there, which I like to see. We'll be able to add it pretty soon. Yeah, so that unemployment on Xanobtainment will be funneled into the synaptic nodes when they go up. Alright, so Function Throng is currently bombing the crap out of these guys. FYI. They're at 7% devastation.
We have found an anomaly.
I've just told them to indiscriminately orbitally bomb, so... yeah. They shouldn't have messed with our abduction shuttles. Now we're destroying them. The mineral composition of Mendoc 3 does not match projections. Where's this? Oh, check this out. Check this out. It's in the Zadanis Nebula. Research it. I love the new effects. They're so cool. Alright, I want hotkey 1 to take me to
Our
function.
construction is complete.
Yeah, these guys are dunzo. So we need devastation to reach 25%, and we will start doing a lot more damage to them. Leviathan down. Thorough scans have revealed the cause of Mendoc 3's odd metal composition. The planet is the crash site of dozens of massive spaceships larger than anything we could have ever imagined. Their construction dates back several million years. The materials will surely come in handy. And I love that it's in that system. Man, I love the new graphical updates. We should be discovering, one of the really cool things about this series is just a nice way to branch out and find some of
We have
the
surveyed the system.
home systems for like the crystalline entities and the space amoebas, which that's totally a thing now. And I look forward to figuring out where those are. So there are no space empires, but there are home systems for the aliens that have been added in the 2.7 update. The graphical updates are, of course, another major factor. All right, so the Soul Starbase is already being built, but we're already quite close to being able to do more. Let's go ahead and build that mining station. Yeah, I do want to add the Letherian Vortex because there's a lot going on down here that's worth bringing into the fold. So you can probably you're probably starting to notice the fact that we are expanding a little bit more exponentially. We are having less and less trouble as time goes by, despite the fact that we're speeding up our expansion with keeping our surpluses intact, and we're starting to build up a backlog of resources. So this is going to continue to be the case, I think. I think synaptic clusters. Ah, that's so tempting, but we don't have gases yet, do we? We don't. We only have volatile motes. Let's go for the naval cap upgrade. So it's just going to take 40 months, and that way I can continue to build my ships without worrying about going over cap and having an energy penalty that slows us down again. Okay, speaking of being slowed down, let's see what else we can do energy-wise. I think Bazanok might be the next good system to add. Or Saya. Saya's smaller. Oh, no, definitely build stations here. And observation posts. Excellent. So I think I'll do passive observation on the humans. We'll just keep an eye on them that way. Devastation is almost to 25%. So we're going to want to watch this tooltip, because the second devastation hits 25, we can start killing this population. There are only 24 pops. This is what the Garathi look like. Oh, they actually kind of look interesting. See, now I'm like... Well, let's look at their traits. They're ingenious, so they provide additional energy credits from jobs, and they have a savanna preference. I kind of like the idea. They look cool. Look at them. Maybe I don't annihilate them all. Maybe I bomb the crap out of this planet for a little bit. Oh, I've never actually looked at their portrait before, but they look cool. Oh, decisions. It's actually a number of... Where are all of you? I don't know why we can currently see so many species in in the galaxy. Is it showing me all of the current species in the galaxy? Yeah, I know these are on Sol. Alright, so these are the ones in Galorum. They look cool too. These are the Pliff Plaff. So we could potentially start to, yeah, we don't actually have any in our empire right now because we don't have any way to abduct their pops at present, but we could start doing that. We can't do it with this particular... Yeah, see, right now our fleet stances are just either aggressive or passive, and orbital bombardment is either indiscriminate or heavy. So this will not kill the last 11 pops. So we can eventually unlock another level of orbital bombardment. I think we need to have a certain civic, though, right? In order to get the highest level of orbital bombardment. So it doesn't kill the entire population, but it does a considerable amount of damage to their infrastructure. Okay, dollar appropriation is ready for the next building. So why don't we go ahead and build... Yeah, we definitely need synaptic nodes there. We'll go back up to speed 2. Oh, and we're also ready to expand into another system. Which one is the question?
Technology conceived.
Hold on. Oh, good. New sensors. Cold fusion reactor might be a good idea to go ahead and unlock that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I do want to upgrade my ships, but I want to let them keep bombing for a bit. I'm going to let them finish having their fun. Let's... It's so sadistic. Let's build... No, not there. I think there are some better choices. Let's go ahead and add the Letherian Vortex. We can't do anything with it, but then these systems down here are very intriguing to me.
Our construction is complete.
Good. So we've got some mining stations building, mainly in Sol. We also have this archaeological site, the gas giant structure. I forgot about that. Tell you what. Are you auto-exploring here? Do we have any science ships that have archaeological skill? No. So tell you what, you just come here and take on this archaeological site. Any more that I need to look at that I've forgotten about? We can always check the anomaly list. Oh no, it's on the situation log. That's the only one. Signs of precursor activity. Where? On Algia? What? Oh, there's an anomaly there that we haven't looked at yet. So noted. All right, we'll tell you what. Go ahead and come down and research that. That's a control-shift-click there. We're going to bring them down to take a look at that last anomaly. What else? We have the ancient signs of life on Atlas. I think that was just discovered. Yeah. Yeah, that's literally just discovered. Let's go ahead and research that anomaly, please. Please and thank you. Subterranean expansion. We have finished clearing out the nerve gas and the dead alien bodies from the tunnel network on Zayn Obtainment. It should now be safe for our colonists to move in. The primitive cities the aliens left behind will be demolished, of course, and replaced with our own advanced architecture. Excellent. So we have more districts we can build on that world. Obtainment Fear. So that makes the Zayn Obtainment... When we finish clearing this out, this will actually be a relatively large planet. Let's go ahead and clear out some... I'm just going to give the order to clear all of these. It's not going to take that long. All right, the Veil is ready for a district type. It seems like... Let's keep going with food, because these planets are growing quickly. Let's do synaptic nodes here. Expansion started to take place faster and faster, and we can also, once we have a certain amount of energy, we can terraform a lot of planets as well. So, starting to speed up. I like it. I like it a lot. Terraforming candidate discovered. Yep, saw that coming. So that's in Atlas. Atomic countdown. Researchers on Nalzaroth have eagerly anticipated, oh yes, the countdown of the mysterious atomic clock of prodigious precision. found on Tibicor 2b for the last 42 years and 3 days. Several decades worth of heated speculation and conjecture have evaporated in an instant. The clock has just now reached its momentous deadline, ejecting a stream of self-replicating nanites. The nanites have constructed some manner of advanced computational network on the surface of Tibicor 2b. The network is inactive and seemingly devoid of any AI, the nanites having deactivated the instant its construction was complete. Our researchers are somewhat baffled as to the purpose of the network. Studying it should keep them occupied for quite some time. So this provides, on Tibicor, a crap ton of engineering potential. Just added to my pool. Let's go ahead and build that. That's amazing. Okay, so I think Bazanok needs to be... Well, I need to add Kosmalian too. Let's go ahead and build that starbase. We just reached this at the beginning of this month, the amount of influence needed to do that. Or it might have been at the beginning of last month. Zane Entertainment needs a little bit of love in terms of the Hive District, so we'll go ahead and do that. Still much more to clear out here. I can go ahead and give the order to clear one of these, so let's do that. Don't have too much energy, but that'll give us potentially some more minor artifacts. Have you? We still have to add Auger as well. Augea. Okay, so are you guys satisfied that you bombed the crap out of these guys? 22 pops, 41 devastation. No, we'll keep bombing for a while longer. Oh, so evil. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the synaptic nodes there too. Starhold project is done. Excellent news. Okay, let's pause for a moment, because this could be a good stopping point. Extra minerals from miners. Yeah, probably time to go ahead and do that. Powered exoskeletons, though, is something that'll give us additional technologies afterward. I think that is what leads to robots, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so since we can now upgrade our stations, let's go ahead. Oh, I don't have that many alloys, though. Dang, really? I thought I had more. Well, crap. I guess I've spent a good... Yeah, I did have a bunch of alloys, but I've spent them on my new ships. Makes sense. But yeah, we've got that upgrade underway, and we'll be able to expand all of our stations in order to produce more energy, in order to produce more shipyards, for that matter. Build more ships at once, which is quite handy. Ah, Sassin. Scanning the star unveils a small object in rapid orbit. Its small size and high velocity make it difficult for our sensors to isolate. Research it, please. It's a level 5 anomaly, but since we are now a level 6 scientist, it's not as much of a problem as it used to be, is it? No complaints. Alright, so we will be able to add another planet in the next little bit. Aha! The probability conundrum. We have gotten a report from Science Officer Motile Organ 74. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Sassin. Most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. A conundrum worth investigating. All questions don't have worthwhile answers. Let's go ahead and research this. He's an advanced scientist. It's not going to take him too long to finish that. Ruthari 3, observation post lost. What? We're bombing the crap out of him. How did they do that? Our observation post above Ruthari 3 has been destroyed. The culprit was a large surface-to-space missile launched from a military base controlled by the Garathi Supranational Task Force. We're still not certain how they managed to track the station, since extensive precautions have been taken to conceal its existence from the Garathi. One theory is that the natives have managed to reverse engineer technologies looted from our downed shuttles. This is outrageous. That's it. That's it. It's happening. I'm not even going to end the episode yet.
Construction is complete.
They've officially pissed me off. Our science officer has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. Cool. Alright, looks like we are finally ready to do some new building. In addition to that, let's go ahead and get some spawning pools up. Yes, already looking at that. You build that starbase, please. I think that's the next obvious choice. Then Tiryak and Aja for sure. Okay, you guys can withdraw. Their armies don't stand a chance against mine, so... Strength from small places. Having probed the frozen landscapes of the planet Porobin 3, we think we have struck something big. Science Officer Motel Organ 1 speaks of a bacterial lifeform unlike any other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light, and also acts like solar cells. They absorb solar energy with surprisingly low efficiency loss percentage, most likely a result of evolution favoring those who could gather more heat in the harsh climate. Our researchers back home could surely find some use of this information, so we could try and find a military use, or see if it can improve energy production. Let's see if it can improve energy production, since we're playing as a hive, and that appears to be a problem. Archaeological site event pending. The present dark and lifeless interior of the space station almost succeeds in hiding the fact that it must have been designed as some kind of luxurious pleasure palace. Alright, there are seemingly endless rows of rusty slot machines, hundreds of decrepit bars and restaurants, and amidst it all, thousands of bodies. Where is this? Is this Jupiter? No, it's not Jupiter. Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. Really? Okay. There are seemingly endless rows of rusty slot machines. Okay. Amidst it all, thousands of bodies. Dead, partially mummified aliens of at least a dozen different species can be found everywhere, but most of the bodies are clustered around the empty escape pod bays. Curious. All right, at least we got a minor artifact out of that. All right, can we please just annihilate those guys? Is our naval capacity increased yet? No, but we're getting close, I think. All right, so we have the enhanced solar power modifier. We have an additional 5% energy credits from all jobs now. 15 months until naval capacity goes up. Let's just follow this fleet, shall we? They're jumping to Ruthauri right now. Tell you what, we'll assign a leader as well. Motel Organ 24. They're going to be our general. Function Throng is fully upgraded. I am going to give the order to build one more ship. All right, Ruthauri, your days are done.
Planetary infestation begun.
Bye-bye. Oh, hey. And we get an Ascension perk. Complex drone output increased by 5%. And by finishing Prosperity, our planets get one Synapse job per 20 pops. Synapse drone job per 20 pops. In addition, we will unlock one Ascension perk slot. Alright, so this gives us the raiding bombardment stance, which lets us abduct pops from besieged planets and resell them to our own worlds. I kind of like that idea. I also like Imperial Prerogative. Executive Vigor would let us have additional edict capacity at once. I like that idea too. I think also enigmatic engineering, so that we couldn't be reverse engineered by any smaller empires that discover us later on. I think that makes sense to do, but we don't need it yet. Galactic force projection would give us higher naval cap and fleet command limit right away. I mean, all of these have some value. That's why they're Ascension perks. That's why they're fun. Let's go ahead and... Additional unity, that's just 10% more. It's not a huge jump. This shouldn't be so difficult, but it is. The clear blocker cost could come in quite handy for some of the worlds that we're still working with at the moment. Mastery of nature wouldn't be the worst thing. Yeah, I'm going to go for nihilistic acquisition because that could just lead to so much fun later on. All right, let's end the Ruthauri, shall we? Have you? We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It's still in the Sassine system. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. All right, you're going to die real fast. Bye-bye. We have successfully invaded Ruthauri 3. The fragmented minds of the primitive Garathi were no match for our unified landing forces on Ruthauri 3, and the planet has now been secured. The remaining primitives will be used as livestock to feed our larvae. Our empire grows. Okay, so before we end here, let's go to species rights. I don't think I can actually enslave them because of the type of empire that we are. But if we go to empire species, we now have the Garathi. Yeah, so their slavery type is livestock. They literally are food. And they can't be any other type of slave for us. Can't even change their rights. We can also purge them, but I like the idea of adding them as livestock. It's so weird. We're playing as a hive mind, and we're evil, and they were a threat, and now they're no longer a threat. Now they're not problematic at all, as a matter of fact. Wow, there's actually a lot that I can do with this planet. Let's do spawning pools, synaptic nodes, a hive warren, and then we do need some additional alloy foundries. So I will go ahead and build those. We do still have... I want you to land armies. We're going to keep those armies on that planet just to maintain order for a bit. Retrieval Aheen is ready for something new as well. Let's go ahead and build our synaptic nodes there. I'm going to stop this episode here finally, now that we're over time. And in the next one, looks like we have some stuff to do. We do have some low stability on that brand new world that we just added, obviously, Ruthauri 3. We need to change its name also to... Let's go with the Tet annexation. Now, this is a lower habitability planet for us, so we're going to need to terraform it, but we don't have the technology to terraform planets that we're already living on, so this is going to be a less productive world for us, but it's okay. We have some livestock now, and that'll be an interesting addition to our food economy in the coming episodes. I think we're just going to have to keep an eye on Sol and see to what extent they destroy themselves, and then beyond that, like I said, we are looking for the home systems next of the crystalline entities, of the space amoebas. We haven't even encountered the Tianki yet, and there are also the energy entities that we haven't encountered as well. So there's still more to come from the entities that already exist in the galaxy, not to mention the other civilizations like in Galorum and in Teal that we've encountered that we'll have to keep an eye on as the series continues to develop, because one of them was medieval when we first found them, and one of them was Renaissance. So lots still to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.